Oh no, I forgot. I have to check audio. Oof, that was so speech jammy. Hi, hi. Wah! Blah blah blah. Oh, wait. I just realized. We almost had a talking fish again. No, no fish today, please. Let me have quiet thoughts. No fish will plague us. Phew, okay. I don't think we're gonna be haunted by a fish. But we can always be haunted by our paper selves! Blech. I mean, I am a very professional frog. I look rather dapper in my frogging attire. However, unfortunately, I don't think that is the best outfit for today. Not that it doesn't look professional, but more so just, I don't know, tummy angy. So, we're not gonna fight with that, because if I, like, fall over or something, I'm gonna look extra goofy. And we're all about our serious goofy business here. So, I think it is most definitely important that we make a lovely list of gooftacularness. Because I need to brush up on my skills of absurdity. Like, oh, okay. And I have to get the drawing thing all drawing-like. But we don't just go to the drawing board for fun sketches and very sexy worms. We also have to make sure that the drawing board can properly convey our ideas and make us remember some of these forgotten skill sets. So, with some hydration, up the station. I'm going to try and... Oh, sorry. I'm going to try and sort out all of the obscurities in the skill set. We cannot forget our skillest of sets. Alright, Cables. We don't have time for you to fight. So take your last bite and jabs at me while you can, Cables. Because I will manage you, and I don't know that I'll be the last one laughing, but I'll be less cable tangled. One day, the cables will be nice. It's not that they aren't nice. I just make terrible setup ideas. It's part of the territory. We accept this. I mean, there's also going to be things like a little bit of warm. Wee. Haha. That's right. Camping gets intense. Although, look, the roast wasn't toasty enough. I think it needs something to make it a little more comfy cozy. It's slightly giving camping vibes, but again, I think we need to up the ante on what we consider cool camping and roast-tacular. So we're not gonna fight with that. The roast will just happen later because timing. For now, we're instead going to do Blomp. That's right, it's pink. Because I accidentally made it dark purple, and I thought that maybe going with bright purple would hurt the eyeballs more. So instead of going off-white, cream, ivory, whatever, we've gone with pink. Accept it. Pink elephants. Oh my gosh. I have 5 pink elephants on my right hand. I have 57 on my eyeball hair bit. I have 253s on my little foot. And I have 9,976 on my tail paw. So, you know the drill if you've ever heard or played this before. How many pink elephants do we have overall? Come on. Someone's gotta know the answer. I'm gonna tell you the answer till later. Nah. I'm sure someone knows the answer to this. There's obviously a logical number of pink elephants, and everyone's just gonna try and ignore the elephant in the room of this pink void. We can't just avoid lovely skills forever. Though I do need to make a note of how many pink elephants there are, because I'm not gonna remember that. Ho-ho! Maybe there's, like, a pink amount? Like, really, how many pink elephants are there? Boom, boom, boom. Elephants that are pink. How many? I think there could be... Wait. What? It doesn't cover the whole space? Ooh. Okay. I mean, there could be, like, pink amount. But I don't think that's the answer. Maybe I can hide the answer, actually. Like, ooh. The answer's hidden. You'll never get it out of me. Bleh. Although I will literally just have to hide the answer. There's no chance of mess-ups now. You can't take the answer from me. I know how many pink elephants there are, and I will never let you live it down. Ooh, I'm gonna handwrite the text. Oh. Okay. Alright. Let's start easy. As a connoisseur of weird skills, we're gonna start with the skills of not blinding the audience whilst trying to make this more goofy map style. Oh, okay, so most of this area shows up. Good to know. Yep. Okay. So, I think it is very important to know that I did not get to go to clown college, and I very am saddened. I'm saddened by that fact. I think I would have made a really good clown. I mean, I don't know. Pretty fluffy, pretty flibbly flobbly. I'm pretty fluffy, and I don't think anyone will take that away from me. I would make a great clown, 'cause seemingly no matter what I do, people just think I'm joking. It's a happenstance of the formulatic. Yeah. I mean, Roast is gonna probably give better explanation on this front, but I realized the biggest... Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Haha! With the wrong brush. I realized one of the biggest stickling points that make it so difficult to be a little paper being is that, for the most part, if you just, like, you be me and you're online, people just think you're performative and goofy. And, like, not just, like, cool goofy, like, high-effort goof. They just think you're an internet being who's being a weird gremlin. Unfortunately, this is just the state of being. This is how I be, and there's no resolving this. While yes, I did change outfits to be frogtacular for that nice little thumbnail. Yeah. The attire is all clothings and manners in which I dress normally on the day-to-day to wherever. I love being a kind menace. It's very fun. Also a kind of nightmare for parents, but shh, it's fine, it's fine. Let them be. They're okay. Alas, it is ultimately a battle to be taken seriously and seen as credible? Because sometimes, like, what you do is close enough to the genre and the vein, and if it picks up traction, then people are like, yes, this person, they do a cool thing, and they know what they're doing. But I have sorely neglected the socials of medias, mostly because I don't like all the upset that half of them are. Or I'm just upset with the medias in general, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with you. I'll take my cat videos and leave. But alas, in order to be locatable, I have to give some. I have to do some more of that stuff. But it's also like, people will still think I'm a clown. I'm not a clown. I have a heart nose. Get it right. I'm very fluffy. Yeah. The answer is that unless you already know the peeps, do the talk, and have the networks, or get functionably seen, if you go the straight, seemingly edutainment-y route, and you don't make specifically tutorial-esque videos, then it's very hard to be considered credible and a source of traction if you don't have the peoples already. So alas, we must go down the route of rectifying this. We must let people know that I am serious about being goofy and clowning in the nicest of ways, and that, unfortunately, this is just the state of who I am. It is not going to change. So. Oh, I missed more pink again. My goodness. I think it's time we change the world's mind. What weird, wonderful, wacky skills doth we present and have that we are experts in? I would like to say I'm an expert in Goofy, but I kind of doubt that. I don't think you just get to magically be an expert in Goofy. No, Goofy takes so much work. So much work. Ugh. Cannot. We gotta fight our way to be considered a true goof. So, in light of trying to be the golden goof, we need to lay down some skills we do have. Maybe we're not an expert in all of them, but they go on the rap sheet all the same. So, we're gonna start with Mermaiden! I don't know why this isn't something I chose, but I can balance in, like, sexy pinup poses on a skateboard whilst in motion and steer. It's been shown in some, like, little snippets and stuff before of things that weren't fully produced, or even the original, like, introduction video. Hey, Artful. Yeah, that happens. Because I literally spent 2.5 hours or more, like, figuring out I could sexy pose on skateboard, and I was very, very good at being a very sexy skateboarder, and then decided, oh yeah, why don't I, like, become a fish on a skateboard? That was a choice. Boom. And I didn't even take the easy way out in skateboarding. I was like, no, the leg goes on top of the other leg. This is a terrible illustration of it, but, like, boom. Oh, wait, no, arm should be more like, yeah, look at that arm. And then elbow. Elbow went here. Yes. Rough sketch. Beautiful. Work those fish, these. Work those fish legs. Yeah, so we had the original skateboarding technique of I get a slight boost or kind of like a little puttering start, and then I use that bit of momentum on a tiniest of incline, and then I just have to pivot on a very small center point of gravity to skateboard steer whilst in the sexy pose. But it didn't end there because I then decided I'm gonna just put on a mermaid fin and go down a hill skateboarding mermaiden. What a mermaid moment. Yeah. Blomp. Let me look like a dead fish because, oh, it hurt. It hurt so much. Blomp. Yeah, look at that fish. Boom, boom. Mega fish. Oh, these drawings are so goofy. I love them. Beautiful fish. Catfish do. Yeah. I did not want to run into a speed bump. So I decided, what do you do when you're on a skateboard in a mermaid fin? And I was like, I could try to stop myself or slow myself down with my hands, but I did not wear gloves. So, ho ho ho, wear your gloves skateboarding. Don't be bad or reckless like that if you have your legs stuck in a mermaid fin. Yeah, that was a choice for sure. So yeah, what happened is hands hurt, and I'm like, I don't want huge scrapes on my hands. And so I instead threw myself off the skateboard. I just like yeeted. And upon yeeting, I then smacked the skateboard into the curb instead and like flopped over. But my legs were at least bit protected by the fin. But this is what happens when you're like, I'm scared of hitting speed bump because head might go back and go smack. So instead I rammed into a curb. Not really better. Maybe worse. I don't know. Same difference. Woohoo! So yes, weird skateboarding skills. That's a me. Can skateboard with one foot in front or the other. Because I sometimes just hop off on one side and then hop on the opposite way. Ambidextrous skateboarders. What a menace I am. Why are these images so freaking funny? They very bean. Making me so happy. Okay. Next up. We're grabbing a new color. Weird skills. Oh, you know what's gonna happen. Your boy Crab Nano Bread. Womp womp womp. Yes. Food menace. Boop, boop. Womp womp. He's crabtacular, and he baby, and we love him, and he's delicious because he's like banana bread, except with fake crab meat. Yeah, I have a very peculiar set of food tastes, and I'm unadventurous, but adventurous in the worst ways possible. Why would I make pancakes when I can throw a mango lassi blend into the pancakes? Why eat a granola bar when I could eat fake crab meat by the stick? Why have normal banana bread when you can add practically no difference in nutritional value and instead have so much more work to make it into proper sized morsels to add fake crab meat into your banana bread? Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. But I must say, oh my goodness, please, please, whatever you do, do not add rose water into your egg marinades. I just want to make a nice ramen with, like, marinated eggs. And so I was like, ooh, I'll add in some fun flavors to build up this, like, sauciness. Yeah. Oof. Rose water was what did me in. The lemon, that's fine. But the fact that I added rose water to this, like, blend that I was, like, heating up a bit, I've ruined it. Just stick with your soy sauceness, and you'll be probably a lot happier. Some combinations just truly do not work out. And we just gotta let them be. Because there's a use for the fact that I can now make food that smells like house cleaner. And that could either be I avoid doing such things because I know how to make food that tastes and or smells like house cleaner, or I can purposely try to make food that smells and or tasted like house cleaner to make it look like a sponge that was a cake, and I don't know. Plot lines. Gotta have them plot juices. Yes. Good plot juice. But I mean, there's more puns in store. Everyone needs some punishment. Yes. Puns and dad jokes. I am not going to say that I am an expert on dad jokes. I'm not going to say I'm an expert in puns. But what really happened is, yeah, I ended up to the point where none of the jokes, none of the puns, it's not even that they land. They've just gone through so many degrees of translation and Kevin Bacon that it's no longer in the realm of comprehension. There's a reason that I need to make a dictionary. Birds is just a unanimous word for me. It's hello, it's goodbye, it's pumpkin spice lattes. Birds is just all, and all is birds. But birds is not directly a replacement for all. Birds is just birds. It could be a conveying of a sentiment. It could be about the tone, the delivery. I can just repeat birds over and over again, and each time it can have a different meaning, or it can be reiterating the same sentiment and information. Birds! Bird, bird? Yeah! Birds. It's also kind of just not a Mac reply response. Hey, hey. Someone has to stop the birds from cooking. But yeah, don't give me your bad joke ideas. Like, I'm not talking mean jokes, I'm talking about just this shouldn't even function as a joke. Like, it's just so poorly executed or decided upon. Sorry, itchy eye. Like, knock-knock jokes were kind of knocked... Ow! Why is my eye so itchy? Knock-knock jokes were kind of, like, knocked out of the way by many new forms of comedy. And I mean, the meme culture has just ever expanded. However... I was told that writing down the jokes you come up with at 3 a.m. was a bad idea. And I was just like, oh no, I totally do that. They're really good. I'm super happy with them. And so my friend, in an attempt to be mean or goof around, they were like, oh, what do you do? Like, write knock-knock jokes? And I was like, this is a brilliant idea. And now I have to try and attach door handles and frames. I have so many doors to make! I don't want to be Dora the Explorer. I don't want to jump through all these doors. I want to build all these doors. But I'm committed to this joke now, and so it's going to happen. And I have no choice. We must do the doors justice. They're just doors. So in truth, the answer is knock-knock jokes. It's not that the jokes themselves are gonna get better. It's not that they're gonna improve. But I'm gonna make it work. And that's a skill all in of its own. Translational mayhem. And am I going to make the board nice and clean and organized? Not yet. Haha. What other things are stuffs I just do that I don't really think about? I mean, Sock Magazine comes to mind, but I don't know, I feel kind of like done. I've had my learning moment. I didn't understand that most people wouldn't think you can make sexy pictures of socks, nor that you can do them impromptu on a fly at a public event, but I don't know, it's just what had to happen, and I can make do with whatever terrible photo setups and location there is. You just gotta fight it. You move some chairs out of the way, you just like frame it correctly, and then bam! Maybe there's some interesting little bits of lighting. Bam! Socket to there. Yeah. I don't think too much about those. That's not obscure enough for me. I've accepted that socks will forever be a bigger part of my life than I thought. I say, staring at a sock pile of fun socks to organize and cook up some ideas with. Socks. I'll never forget you. But we might sometimes lose your pair. I don't know what other things in the realms we haven't touched upon. There's plenty of general skills. And unfortunately, I don't see them as, well, useless skills. Because most of these skills are just things I'm like, yes, this is something that I'm happy to know and that I think I should know. So, alas. It's a real struggle to try and pick out what things I do that others think are obscure. Like, I mean, there's a reason I own a mermaid fin. You know, I want to... Okay, there's been many phases, but I had a whole mermaid phase. Like, I'm not talking just like, oh, mermaid's so pretty, I want, like, mermaid room. No, it went full... This wasn't, like, kid time mermaid phase. No, this was plain and simply, yeah, I'm going to change entire life path careers to become a professional mermaid. It was that kind of mermaid phase. I mean, I also had, like, the Go phase, where I wanted to become a professional Go player, but newsflash, for whatever reason, the patterning sequence that you need to be able to visualize and see in order to be a really good, like, Go player, I was not able to see that sequence and patterning. It's a work in progress on that one, but honestly, I'm like, I just can't see it. What happened? Why? Oh. So yeah, I own some mermaid fins because... Oh no, I might have revealed that I have more than one mermaid fin. Yeah, I own multiple mermaid fins because I wanted to be a professional mermaid, and I was just like, oh, fins, I like want to try this out. And I was like, color scheme that matched a pair of pants I owned? Yes, I'm getting another fin. And then I don't know what happened. I kind of looked around. I'm like, I can't find the pants that have the exact mermaid fin pattern. But luckily I did manage to find other fabric that's a very similar pattern. So I'm like, well, I think we're gonna have to make some new pants. On top of the manyest of other clothing items that I'm like, I designed this thing. I should, like, make this thing. I have the materials and stuff set aside. And I found the heat gun, so now I can, like, make a rib cage to hold up on top of my rib cage. But the heat gun's scary, and I have to look up temperature, so I put it off. We had some phases, okay? And these weren't early childhood phases either. No. These were, like, end of high school. It was like, yes, I should join the circus. I should go to clown school. I should become a hairdresser. Because look at my hair, I'm so fluffy. I mean, I actually stand by that I would be a good hairdresser. Oh yeah, no one's actually seen the fur bean. Okay. I have a fluffer, a little bean, a fluffy friend. A bean. I don't know why I keep saying bean. I have like a pet, a bean. A pet bean. No, I've made it even more confusing. I have a doggo. Yes, that is a word. That is acceptably understandable. I have a little dog bean, and he's a gremlin, and he's just like, I don't want people to trim me. But like, bro, you need trim. You get Matson fur. You need trim. So, yes, I actually stand by. I could be a good hairdresser, because, oh my goodness, if you have ever dealt with working with children or pets, oh my gosh, they're the absolute battle zone. Ooh. I thought it was a joke when in high school I got told, like, the most difficult people to film or, like, take photos of type stuff is, like, children and pets. They are the worst. And I was like, really? And it's so true. Like I don't have much issue with kids. I've worked camps and stuff, and I'm like, no. This absolute mayhem and chaos, I can deal with. Adults, sometimes I'm like, I can't deal with you. You're behaving like a kid, but not in a I can actually manage you way. In the you're just being a mean person and not, yeah. I would prefer to deal with children rather than adults at times, which is sad. But like pets, oh my gosh, they can be so finicky to work with. So yeah, I have the skills to trim a little gremlin dog who does not like that. And so I therefore think by proxy, and considering the extra skill required to not mess up when dog is like, rah, yeah, I'd be a good hairdresser. Never got to do trapeze or clown school and stuff. That phase was kind of short-lived, because then I went the whole, like, I would be good at set design. And I mean, in a way, I kind of do set design. Virtually, with layers and objecty bits. So, yeah, that kind of stayed. But it's not the whole shenanigans and shenanigans. Alas, we had to let go of becoming a master Go player, a circus clown, joining the circus in general, professional mermaids, because, look, I can swim in a fin, that's not the issue. It's I don't like have my eyes open underwater. That's the issue. Because I would always wear, like, insane goggles, and almost always a swim cap, because professional swimmings or competitive swimmings and stuff, like, you'll learn as a kid if you do that. Ear infections galore. Not fun. And I mean, I could make some funky food too, like a crabnana bread fiend. But alas, I don't think most people want that. I remember this whole story thing of someone who went to like this, Michelin star chef restaurant. And like, you can be interesting. You can be forward thinking. But I kind of agree with the person who went there, like, I would be kind of grossed out and confused too if a Michelin star chef, like, made a dish that had the plating for it be a, like, replica of their mouth that they put a foam for you to eat from. Like, huh? I'm concerned. I think that's too forward-thinking. Just because I like crab banana loaf doesn't mean I get to force it upon everyone. Try as I might. Crab banana loaf is actually not very offensive on the taste buds as long as you like banana bread, because you don't actually really taste the crab meat and it doesn't add any real nutritional value. It just exists and is funny. I mean, I'm actually half decent in kendama too. I will show proof. This shall happen because I was very upset I couldn't nail the trick. Like, I used to be so good, and then I, like, spent another hour or two practicing, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting back into the rhythm. Yes. Other obscure skills. I mean, I can Superman pretty good. I don't know that Superman is necessarily the term for it, but like the whole like Superman's flying pose, like me. Oh, wrong way. Okay, I can't pose myself, but like Superman's flying, like pew pew pew, arm forward and other arm bent, flying across the sky. Ow! I smacked into the wall. Yeah, like I can hold that for a decent amount of time, and I don't fully compress my nerves so that I can't move my arm. And I'm not talking just like, I like pose as Superman for like 2 minutes. No. I'm talking like, I don't move from this pose for half an hour. Modeling can be rough, man. No one even asked for this. I was just like, no, I'm gonna flex some skill. I'm gonna manage to Superman. Yeah. Good times. I just wish I'd eaten lunch before Supermaning, because, oh, that was rough. Took extra long to recoup, but I learned that, like, sandwiches are the best car meal. Because you stop at stoplight, you can just blindly grab into the box, rip a bite of sandwich out your mouth, or, wait, that's not how... Rip or bite off sandwich in mouth. No! Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna bite sandwich and like yeet the rest of sandwich back into box, but you're like just a ravenous carnivore and you're just like going at it like yeah. That's what we need in this world. We need more ravenous sandwich eaters. Good talk. Good talk. But yes, sandwiches are the great food, as long as they aren't like sandwiches that'll spill out everywhere type thing. That would be a disaster for the car. But like, if it's hold together sandwich or like grilled cheesiness, you're good. Eat away. Whilst properly managing to do your drivingly duties. So, yes. Responsibly yeet food into mouth hole. I'm surprised I'm not good at miniatures, though. I love miniatures. But I don't think that's a skill set I truly get to claim. Like, I just can't figure out some of the stuff. Like, making a little thing for, like, adding grass tufts. It's a battle. 'Tis a battle. I also am upset at my lack of frog knowledge. I have a bunch of froggy things, and I, like, dress frogcore. I have a really cool, like, frog mascot mask and everything. But alas, I don't actually know much frog facts. And I think this is the weird contrast of... Hey. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff that I'm like, I really love this thing! And I know next to nothing about it. Like, I stand trains, but I'm like, I couldn't tell you the first thing about a steam engine. it's real bad. We try our best, but we can't know everything. And so I'm happy with trains as a thing that exists, and that's all I needed. Therefore, I have merch of trains, and I have, like, hats and stuff, and memorabilia bits. That's just all I needed. Apparently, sometimes just gotta be content to not be the expertest of nerd, and just be like, yeah, that thing's cool. I'm a fan of it. It's like rocks. Some people get into this whole, like, rock elitist mode. It's like, you need to know all 7 realms of this stone. What are its powers? What is its magnificence? And I'm like, I remember some, but not most. And I can't even recall them all the time. So ultimately, the correct choice is, yeah, rock lobster. Rock lobster. Oh no. A callback to the parody skills. The 7 Kevin Bacon layers of translation is cooking up again. We need a swamp lobster. I mean, maybe I just really wanted to, like, muck about in the swamp. But hopefully in good rain boots, because I don't want to deal with swamp creatures. Yeah, I wanted to be a swamp lobster and make a nice lobster suit. Unfortunately, I don't think that's a easy to film thing. But maybe someday. We aspire to make new realms of parody songs, I guess. I gotta finish Scaly Dancing. I just need to record it and get the timing right. Ah! 'Cause I think the mic is fine, but yeah, we truly need more obscure skills in this world. I say, glancing around. More obscure skills. I mean, most people can't do cursive anymore. And calligraphy was kind of a dying art, so that's sad. But I can do a decent amount of cursive. Sometimes it's kind of like hybridized cursive, where it's like not the proper letter shape, but it's squiggly and pretty. And that's all you need sometimes. And I can also do it with, like, proper, like, dip pens and stuff. So that's a thing that's kind of come back slightly in a way. I don't know flower arranging very well, though. Know the meanings of most flowers. That's an area to improve. Can I make cute pipe cleaner worms and fluffiness? Yes. Can I acquire a bunch of random skills very fast? Yes. Does that sometimes mean that I will jump the gun and try to commit to doing so much work that is entirely unmanageable because I don't know the basis for the software things? I'm like, this is a thing that's possible in it, so I'm just gonna say, let's do this. Yes. Yeah. So we gotta hold back sometimes. I mean, look. Sometimes things are gonna go to chaos land. And that's okay. But, like, you also gotta know when to just duck back. It is a shame. I think technically everything is actually working for the fish date. But, yeah, I just don't have it in me to fight that, because I want to be more precautious this time. Because, little secret, I actually did go live on Friday when it was fish date night. Yeah, let's just say the fish started saying some very, choice words. And I was like, I'm gonna, like, disable the fish from yapping at me, like, I'm gonna put some duct tape over the fish's mouth. And, alas, I realized, whilst I had the thing that will do some auto-moderation, it was not set up for anything that it should be moderating. And I was like, ew, bah. That's something I should know. My bad. So yeah, I did actually resolve that, I thunks. We're going with yes. It's resolved because we added a thing that we're just like, this is not something that needs to be moderated, and then we would like test it, and we're like, oh, okay, it's recognizing, it's doing it, it's good, we're good. Excellent. But yeah, let's just say going through the list of bad words, I was like, I can't even make sense of some of these things. What a time. What a land. Land full of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. We need more dinosaurs. Okay, I cannot revive the dinosaurs, but I think we need more dinosaur appreciation. We need to bring back all the weird and obscure old animes and stuff. Like, I know some really weird shows that most of the youngins in the anime lands, they don't know it for anything. They're just like, all on their Demon Slayer stuffs. And I'm just like, but Lane, present day, present time, present year. Yeah. I know some of the real classics. And then also things that weren't even properly classics, but were of the many eras past. And I'm like, yep, I know this. Only people much older than me, for the most part, know this. Like, I don't know what it is, but... oh. What's a good example? Oh, okay, I totally know. Alright. Alright, hear me out now. Hear me out now. Possibly Zoomer people. Zoomers don't know Toe Jam and Earl. That's right. Zoomers don't know Toe Jam and Earl. They don't know Zombies Ate My Neighbors. They don't know... oh no, I don't remember the name of it. It was like a little armadillo night thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I know classic Sega Genesis games. And I am not from that era. But I grew up on those things. And like... even my parents are just like, at times, they're, how do you know Fraggle Rock? And I'm like, oh, what do you mean? It was on, like, Teletoon Retro or whatever. And they're like, huh? Like, we grew up with those things, like, what? And I'm like, yeah, Fraggle Rock. Like, obviously, this is a thing that you must most definitely have, like, rampant arguments with your friends and goofily and kindly, in a understood, joking manner, like, kind of shame them and be like, how dare you not know Fraggle Rock? Oh my gosh. I don't know why this is the sticking point, but Fraggle Rock is the, no, you gotta know Fraggle Rock. Yup. It's just a must. It is such a wild show. This show is about, like, puppet creatures, and their society is based off of these even smaller, like, I don't think they're really puppets, but, like, there's smaller creature things that, like, build these sort of, like, towers of whatever the thing is called. It's kind of like sugar tubes-ness. And then the whole, like, Fraggles subsist off of, like, terrorizing those dudes that build stuff and destroying their cities because the things they make their cities out of are, like, sugar things that they eat. But then they can also, like, have interactions to an extent with the human realm and the human's existence. Like, oh, it's a wild show. Like, oh my gosh. And then, like, there's other things, like H.R. Huff and Puff. And it's like, that show was very 70s. Boy and talking flute on an island of puppet people and mascots. And it's like, what? And everything's a song. Everything is a song in that show. The intro's gotta explain the whole thing whilst being a song. Set up the entire show, plotline, and premise. What a time for media. And don't even get me started on dinosaurs and street sharks. I didn't even know about these things. But I have a buddy who's just like, oh yeah, like dinosaurs and street sharks, like they're just hecka into like 80s cartoons and stuff. And honestly, some of the commercials from back then were really funny too. Yup. I don't understand the Zoomers nowadays. They're so looking for this fast, chaotic wonders when I'm like, no. You gotta let these things cook. Because truth be told, there are great things to be found in the absolute chaos of the past. Ah. Bum, 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 bow. Now look, I know this little drawing board looks all chaotic and scrunkly. And I mean, it kind of is a little bit. But we can do something about this. Bop, bop, bop. Get up. Yeah. Alright, we get it up there. Because I think we all know the real answer. Greatness lies. The squid. Why is this so? My camera roll will never be the same. I swear, we have the skills. We have the cool mushrooms. Oh yeah! Look at him. He's drunk. So while yes, this might have looked like an absolute chaotic background most of the time, what we really know is that weird artness is my shtick. I am the jack of all trades. The let me go build a shelf. Let me grab a heat gun or a welding torch. Let me make a cute goofy little mushroom mascot. I can then embroider it and I can sew an outfit of it. I can like make it a plush. I could probably figure out a crochet pattern for it, maybe. Could I tell you the numbers and counting for it? No. But could I just make it freestyled and have it work out? Probably. Yeah. I make weird stuffs. And I'm serious about my absolute chaos. I'm serious about my goofy skills. Because, well, yeah, I probably never will become a, full-on professional mermaid. I don't think that's really my goal. I still think it's a hecka cool skill to have. Like, it's so much work. You think, like, oh, you could just be, like, hanging out in a hammock or something. I'm like, no. Aerial silk yoga. And it's a full body workout. Like, oh my gosh, you need so much core strength for it. It is rough on the bods. Huh. But we do the best we can. Because most of the time, these weird, obscure skills, I picked up and collected because they were dismissed. No one wanted them or thought they were interesting or cool. And they paid them no mind, and I thought that was sad. So I understand and appreciate that to most people, I will look like an internet clown. Oh, give me the colorful. No! Ah! I understand I can look like an absolute internet clown. And I guess, even in people I know, like, They don't know what to make of it. Like, my best buddy, literally, it's taken him, like, 4 or 5 years to understand this. And he's just like, yeah, I thought it was just so many layers of stuff going on. And it's like, nope. This just is. Always has been, always will be. It's not performative. I can do performance. I can do bits. But the things that they thought were the elements of performativity and absurdity, nope, that's just how I am. Those are genuine. So thanks for the knock-knock joke advice, man. I'm really glad that you presented me with an idea you thought was terrible. And then got upset and concerned because I made it actually through explanation in a way that would work. And you're like, well, you have just made so much work for yourself. Why do you do this? And I'm like, yeah, but it commits the bit. Yeah, when you have a spooky little... Oh, I forgot that I had everything on one layer. Shh. Don't mind my artly negligence. I'm allowed to just have some fun at times. Yeah. He's spooky. And he's also a mushroom, but he's also a mouth. And then... Bump, bump. Oh, wait, no. I gotta go slightly darker. And then we make sure it's known. This is a couch. That's right. This was a premonition for the fact that my couch has teeth. I need to make a tongue for it. Oh, no. I've made more work for myself again. Okay, this doesn't do a great job of conveying that it's a couch, but, like... It's couchy, and, like, couch. Excellent. See, it's a couch that's couching. Womp, womp, womp. Ah. It's kind of couch. Now, you just have to see the picture. It'll make sense. Ah. Yeah. It's a mushroom, it's a couch, it's where the eyeballs rest. And it's where my fluffy little tushy can sit. Bam. Kind of. I don't have a sitting pose. We'll get there. Alas. My brain does not want to cooperate. I got some roasting to do. And some water to chug. So... I hope that we get to see and find more obscure and goofy skills. My brain was not able to piece together well enough all of the absurdities that are out there that I might already possess, or I need to invest in possessing and acquiring said skills. We need to collect more. I can't be the only one who decides to make a couch that has teeth that's also now drawn to look like a mushroom that's also a couch with a tongue. I can't be the only one pulling this stuff out of thin air. Someone else has to do this too. Because I can't see it all. So, I invite you to bring forth your goofy ideas. What do we need more of? What do we want? What's too absurd that you think couldn't possibly be useful at work? Let me turn a bad idea into quality gold and take absurdities so literally that they become genuine masterpieces. Good night, and goofy socks. Whoa!